push the envelope, see what they're made of. Hey Slot Car fans, Salami here with Slater again. This time we're coming to you with a couple of new cars. And we're going to try these out and let you know what we think about them. So Slater is going to unbox his new car.
That's a Torino Talladega.
Torino Talladega.
Oh, I like these.
And what do I got here? Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Ah, another Torino.
Another Torino Talladega. Wow, that's amazing that we actually have the same car.
That's pretty cool. I like the way that turned out.
Got it.
This is a Carrera slot car modeled after the vintage stock car from 1969. This car was changed from the street version by elongating the nose on it, and there's a slight angle to the top of the hood and the front nose piece there to help this thing stick to the track at the higher speeds at Talladega.
Yeah, they're aerodynamic enhancements, and Ford made these. The rules at the time were you had to produce at least 500 cars for the general public in order for it to qualify to run in NASCAR. And so they made these in that early 1969, named after the track that opened the same year so that it could run in NASCAR. This is our test track, and it's not necessarily a test for the track itself, but rather to test the cars. We have several new cars, and we want to see how they do on every element of a track. So we designed this to add a track that's got all the radius turns. We got a radius 3 bank turnover here. We got a 2 here, an S section that's got tight radius 1 and 2s as well. We got this over here, which is a radius 3 and 4. Those are your high speed turns. Also, we wanted to be sure to add long front stretch to see how fast the cars are, the top speed. We also have our bridge sections in here just to be sure that our cars we're trying out don't have any clearance issues as well. Basically, we were just going to say,
Okay.
we're going to head over to the track, right?
Alright, I got this.
You got this?
We got this. We're going to take these brand new cars over to the track and make them look like used cars. Okay, can we be serious here? Alright.
Well, the idea is with our new car on our test track is we're going to go ahead and take these and push the envelope and see what they're made of.
The edge of the envelope.
No, beyond the envelope.
Can we put it in the envelope?
No, it's a big manila envelope with bubble wrap.
I was just gonna ask. Is it shippable?
Cool trading. Okay, Slater, we put about 100 laps on these cars, but beforehand we did do a little bit of a tune like we normally would with a brand new car out of the box. We did work with the pickup braids a little bit. We did oil the bushings on the motor and the axles, but the tires, a little bit different story.
What we did with the tires is we just ran them over the sandpaper and scuffed them just enough to take any obvious high spots off. We didn't want to take any of the tread off, but for the most part, just make them a little flatter to the track.
We didn't have to hit the tires real hard. It was a real light scuffing. They were seemed to be, pretty true right out of the box, so that was good. But so Slater, what'd you think though about overall with the car?
I really didn't expect it to be handling as well as it did, being such a long car. It's a lot taller than the cars we usually run. It's a narrow car too, but it did handle the S-turns quite well, and I was pretty surprised with the way it did that. Now, when it came into the 3 and 4 rad turns, the larger rad turns, I was expecting to be able to drift the car at some point, but if you went a little bit too far, instead of it drifting to where the point you wanted to, next thing you know, it would just completely lose control, fall apart like an HO car, and it would roll on you. It would too. Yeah. It would hit your keel lock.
Right. Yeah. What we call keel lock. That's maybe just our term, but yeah, with your guide keel, when you get to that full rotation of that, and then it kind of locks up in the slot. Most of the cars we run, and when that happens, it'll either just kind of stop there or it'll just pop out. But these,
they'll roll.
They roll.
They roll a lot.
Yeah, we roll it quite a few times.
They roll like a hot dog because they're so narrow, they're so long, and they're taller.
So we're driving Wienermobiles.
They're Wienermobiles for sure. All right, Simon, what did you think about this car?
Oh, well, I liked it, and I'll tell you why. It handled pretty much the way I figured it would handle, because we've driven similar cars, aside from that rollover issue that we got going on. Right. But what was a pleasant surprise, which was how quick it was. It is a really, really fast car, a lot faster than I thought it would be. So that was good. And matter of fact, we had to turn down the top speed of the car down to 8 from 10, which we've had to do from time to time on some cars on this track, but I didn't expect it with this one.
Yeah, this one does. It got out of the turns that fast that it was a lot better for us to turn the power down a little bit, because it was ruining it.
Yeah, you can't use the power. So,
right.
Yeah. We didn't run this around a number 2 radius bank, but we don't really have to. We know it's going to clear. Some cars won't make it around, but this one, it doesn't have any aerodynamic enhancements that it would.
Right, it doesn't have the low front spoiler or the raking in the back that are super low that you're going to see on some of your DTM cars. So this one will make the 2 red banks.
Yeah. One thing we like to see is if a car handles a lane changer at high speed well. There are certain cars for GT, that'll pop right out as soon as it hits a lane changer, and most cars handle them pretty well. These do as well. They don't de-slot when you hit a lane change going high speed.
It handles the lane change. It just doesn't handle the moron driving. It just doesn't handle the moron driving after the lane change.
Oh, they're good.
They do a pretty good job with it. I mean, don't go into the pits high speed.
Important note, because these are modeled after stock cars, they don't have headlights or taillights. So just something to keep in mind if you run pits with fuel stops, that you can't use the lights as an indicator of your low fuel status or your filling status. As soon as Carrera came out with these Talladegas, we just said, yeah, we got to have those. We're a fan of NASCAR and vintage NASCAR especially, and these things are so cool. So, we got a couple. And we do this a lot. We'll buy the same car because we like to run them head-to-head, the same car. And the thing about them is that we had some expectations on how they would run, how they would handle, but they were so much better than that. So that was a pleasant surprise. Now, I don't think they're going to hang with like a GT3 or DTM car, but if you went it with something like maybe Trans Am,
you can run the old school Chevelles too.
Right, maybe in the Stingrays. Any of those cars that have the narrow treaded tires, probably be a lot of fun to run those with.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to our review of the Torino Talladega. We will see you next time.